Hello students, this is the last session of relative velocity. So under relative velocity, first we'll discuss rain. Suppose a man with moving with a velocity v1, and suppose rain is falling from the sky with a velocity v2. So the velocity of man with respect to rain is v1 minus v2. Now what is the theory? The man must hold his umbrella in the direction of v1 minus v2 to avoid getting wet. Suppose the velocity of the man is v1 is I. Suppose the velocity of the rain v2 is minus j. Then v1 minus v2, it will be I plus j. So the man must hold his umbrella in this direction to avoid getting wet. So this is the theory of rain. Next theory is wind. Suppose a man who is moving with a velocity v1 I, and suppose there is a wind blowing with a velocity v2 j. Now the man is having a flag in his hand. So what will be the velocity of the wind with respect to man? It will be v2 minus v1. Now what is the theory? The theory is that the flag will flutter, the flag in the hand of the man will flutter in the direction v2 minus v1. Like say for example, if the velocity of the man v1 is equal to I, and suppose velocity of the wind v2 is equal to j, then v2 minus v1 will be j minus I. So the flag will flutter in this direction. Apart from relative velocity, we will also do one topic called effective velocity, and in that we will discuss river. Suppose river is flowing with a velocity v2 and man is swimming in the direction at an angle theta with downstream with a speed of v1. Now this is not a classical upstream downstream question. So the effective velocity of the swimmer will be his own velocity. So you have to use ij notation. So it will be along x-axis v1 cos theta I, and along y-axis it will be v1 sin theta j. So that will be the velocity due to the man himself. But additionally the river's velocity also has to be considered. So that will be v2i. So effective velocity will be this whole thing. Now in river, the man will start from A, but all of you know he will not reach the point B straight across. In fact, he will reach some other point C. Let the width of the river be D. Now there are two important formulas. First is time taken. Now there is an interesting thing in 2D relative velocity, that you can do each dimension separately. Suppose straight across the river means y-axis. So distance is D and speed is v1 sin theta. So time is distance by speed. Now suppose if they are asking what is the shortest time, what is the angle of swimming for shortest time. So you know maximum value of sin theta is 1 and it happens when theta is 90. So he will go across in shortest time if he swims at an angle 90 degree to downstream. Another thing, when he finally finishes journey at C, the distance from B to C, we can calculate like this. Distance is time into speed. Time, like I said, is d by v1 sin theta, and speed downstream is v2i plus v1 cos theta I. So time into speed, this is equal to bc. Now suppose if they ask you what is the shortest distance, what is the direction of swimming for shortest distance, you can easily see from the figure shortest distance bc, it will be 0. That is the shortest. So if bc is 0, then v2 plus v1 cos theta must be 0. So cos theta will be minus v2 by v1. So these are the formulas for river.